Yo, how y'all coming, man? We back with another reaction now. We got y'all boy Lil Durk now. I ain't gonna lie, man. My boy, like I've been listening to Lil Durk since, you feel me? Like back then. Like since that, what's that called? L's up for them hitters, no bap, folk. Like we been tapped in with Durk gang, so it's like to see folks go down this road, it's like crazy, but it's like I had some hope for him, like beating this case, but like if it's any more murders, gang, I'm not delusional, bro. If they add any more murders, obviously they ain't trying to let bro come home. Like any more murders is damn near like over with. So we finna get into this reaction 1090J. We finna see what he talking about, man.
Things just went from bad to worse in the Lil Durk case after the feds are they're gonna hit Durk with new charges. And these aren't just like small incidents. We're talking about murder and attempted murder. Quick pause, because this might act.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. They trying to do my boy Durk bad, folks.
Feds are looking to add 2 charges from 2022 and 2019 to Lil Durk's case. And this is years ago. Shout out to the homie Crip Mac. Wish cuz the cest, everything gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. We're gonna like that comment right there. By now, y'all are familiar with how the feds work. The feds can take anything you've ever done and turn it into a whole nother situation. That's kind of what they do with RICO, right? We saw in the Young Thug case a whole bunch of different crimes that people already went to prison for. They got re-indicted under a RICO and hit with all those crimes that they already did. This is the same type of game the feds play.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's like a certain type of game. It's really like they really on some shit like, bro, you not going nowhere. Like, bro, you finna cop out to if you cop out, if I guarantee if Durk be like plead guilty to this murder, whatever, this one murder, they'll leave all that other shit alone, bro. The reason why they adding all these charges is because they don't want him to come home like you gonna get found guilty of something, even if it's not murder, even if it's not, they probably add that attempt from Atlanta in there, like you gonna get found guilty of something. They want something out of bro, and it's just like crazy to see my boy going through this. But it's like, gang, my boy, you had too much money, bro. You shouldn't even be like, you got too much money to the point your hands don't gotta be in none of this shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like certain shit you don't gotta do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, bro was out here wilding. From the looks of it, though, everybody innocent, you know?
After prosecutors signal they may add older Chicago and Atlanta incidents before trial. The possible expansion surfaced in a May 21st court filing from DeAndre Wilson, one of Durk's co-defendants. Wilson is asking a federal judge to reconsider his detention and let him out on bond while the case moves forward. Wilson's filing says prosecutors informed defense lawyers on May 13th that they are considering supplemental charges by June 3rd. The new charges would add 2 older alleged incidents as direct evidence, a 2022 Chicago incident and a 2019 Atlanta incident. That could create a major timing problem for—
That's what I'm saying. That Atlanta incident, he already beat that case. Like, that's when him and Vaughn and all that, y'all remember the mugshot from back then? He already beat that case. They trying to add that back in. Like, bro, you're not going nowhere. Like, that's why that's what I'm saying. If he had a good chance of beating this murder, they gonna add that in just to let him know, bro, you're not going nowhere. You feel me?
All of the co-defendants, because it'll knock the case off its current August 20th, 2026 trial date, requiring new arraignments, more discovery, additional motions, and more investigation. Wilson's lawyer says the 2 incidents do not involve him, and that is the core of his freedom bid. He argues he should not remain jailed for months, while lawyers prepare for events where prosecutors do not even place him at the scene. So basically, one of the co-defendants was told, look, we're thinking about hitting Durk with new shit. And he's like, what the fuck does that have to do with me? I wasn't there for that shit. I'm not getting charged with that shit. Let me out. Let me go on bond. Now, the Atlanta incident appears to—
I mean, when you locked up, I mean, everybody fighting for themselves, so I feel them shit.
Trace back to January 2019, in which there was a shooting near the Varsity restaurant in downtown Atlanta. That Durk, whose legal name is Durk Banks, had faced felony charges in that case before the Fulton County DA dropped them in 2022.
Right, yeah,
those
that's the Atlanta
charges
case.
Included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The victim was shot in the leg after an argument near the restaurant. Now, obviously, if you're a fan of Durk or a fan of Vaughn, you remember this exact incident.
Bro. Yeah.
Because if you remember, this is when Durk and Vaughn allegedly robbed and shot somebody.
Case against a rapper accused in a shooting outside of the Varsity will move forward. Today, Lil Durk appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Channel 2's...
This was prime time. After this, I ain't gonna lie, my boy Durk should have just been like, and I ain't gonna lie, I understand, like, they killed Vaughn and they killed your brother, but like certain shit though, like I feel like you too rich to be doing certain shit though. Like even like I don't know, bro. It's just like certain shit, bro. You got too much money to even be like. It just get to a point where I'm not even talking to certain niggas. Like hell no, I don't even want to kick it with you, gang. Like certain shit, hell no, I don't even want to kick it with you. It's too much dog shit on the floor. Like niggas just threw it all away for some dumbass shit, bro.
Anchor Lori Wilson.
I ain't even gonna say it's dumb because I understand, but bro, it'd be like he should have been in on this shit. Like he should have, you know.
Live near where the shooting happened, near
so
the
many
Varsity, and Lori police say
like
they have video evidence in this case.
Javita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to
my boy got that milk dug head on this shit.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge
like
later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
Were it not for the celebrity status of these two individuals, then this would be an aggravated assault.
Banks released a single "Turn Myself In" the day he turned himself in. It's gotten almost 7 million views. The prosecutor charging this wasn't just a robbery and shooting, but gang activity. She put a Chicago detective on the stand to testify that Banks and Bennett are members of Chicago gangs.
Is it possible to continue your affiliation and even commit crimes when you move out of Chicago if you're in a different city or if a different area?
Yes, ma'am.
Vaughn ended up dying before the case was resolved, and Durk ended up beating the case. And a lot of people try to say, oh, Durk must have threw Vaughn under the bus, whatever. But then I believe the DA came out and said if Vaughn was still alive, we would have charged him with this shooting. And I mean, if we just go and watch Trap Lord Ross's masterpiece documentary on King Vaughn being a serial killer, we know he's trigger happy. So it's no surprise that Vaughn most likely popped dude in Atlanta. And from what I heard, that wasn't the only person he shot in Atlanta. But this is serious.
I ain't gonna lie though, Trap Lord Ross videos, I will never sit there and watch the whole thing, bro. Cause like, yeah, it might be like entertaining, but bro, some of that shit be like, he just
because if the feds trying to use this against Durk, this is an attempted murder case. A dismissal motion from 2022 said prosecutors reviewed the facts and chose not to prosecute, even though probable cause had existed for Durk's arrest. Durk's lawyer said for some reason they decided that Mr. Banks was involved since some of the people he affiliated were involved in the shooting. We strongly deny that. Now, the Chicago incident from January of 2022 was the killing of Stephon Mack outside of Roseland Community Center.
That's what I'm saying. They
Back in 2024, unsealed court records claimed Durk was behind the fatal shooting, but Durk has not been charged in that killing. That is the tension in Wilson's new filing. His lawyers say prosecutors want to use the Chicago and Atlanta incidents as direct evidence in the federal case, even though both predate the Los Angeles attempted assassination of Quando Rondo, in which they killed LePap. Now, everywhere on Reddit would they be breaking down this murder. If Durk beats his case with stopping the feds from charging him with Stephon Mack, well, Pup Crafty, I'm pretty sure you just put this into motion. But the shooting of Stephon Mack was when this guy, Elmer, fudded his way across the parking lot with a rifle, and this guy shot a pistol. And I guess this kid was the one with the pistol. They basically gunned dude down and then tried to say Durk was the one that paid for the hit, that sent the...
I'm not gonna lie, and Durk hiring, like, I ain't, this all allegedly, but like certain niggas, you shouldn't even be like having that shit come back to you, because it's like, not all these niggas is telling. This is what I'm saying. If y'all are some shorties and y'all like, gang, this shit not about nothing, bro. These niggas do not, trust me, this shit be fun on the streets, but when it's time to go, who want to think about it? Who really wants to sit in jail, bro? Don't nobody want to sit in jail for the rest of their life. So majority, 95% of these niggas is going to tell on you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like 95%, bro. It might be 90, bro, but it's high, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. They gonna tell, bro. Don't nobody want to sit in jail for the rest of their life, bro. Ain't nobody trying to do that shit. Yeah, it's fun on the streets, gang. You in the cars, y'all got guns and shit, but gang, once them police get behind niggas, gang, niggas get to panicking, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Niggas do not be trying to sit in jail, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all might as well get y'all some money and just run it up, gang. Get y'all some little, carry y'all some little hoes and just chill, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit ain't about nothing.
The bag apparently never reached them. He never actually paid, but they were alleging Durk was the one behind this situation, and the feds would want to bring this up because it's another example of Durk allegedly paying for hits. Now, we could take this either way. We could take this as the feds are doubling down to secure a conviction and showing
that's
that
what
he's been involved in multiple situations that share the same similarities, or we could view this as a desperate attempt by the feds to bring something else in to halt everything because they're not ready to go to trial.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it could be that too, though. But they for sure, like, they don't want bro to go. I feel like they think he could beat this case.
Lawyer he can have. The feds want more time. So they add on this little bullshit. Now all of a sudden they got to do new arraignments, new witnesses, new this, new that, and everything gets delayed. And things can be delayed by years. Not everything in the feds is that quick. And if it's the prosecutors asking for more time, that tells you something, because normally, from what we understand, is the feds don't indict unless they have you. And if they have you, they have all the evidence they need. They don't need to take their sweet ass time. This shit will get done in 4 months. But the fact that this...
the feds rely off snitches, bro. Like, that's why they have so much of a high conviction rate, because people think you can't beat the feds, so they go in there and they just tell. Like, bro, the feds have a high conviction rate off people telling them. I'm telling y'all, bro. People be
the
telling.
Play the feds are putting in motion may or may not be a good thing for Durk. So unless the feds magically found new evidence of him being the shooter in the Atlanta case, I don't see how they could convict him for that. Right? He wasn't found guilty. The charges were dropped, which means he could always be hit with new charges, but they would need new evidence. And the co-defendant in that case, Vaughn, is dead. So I don't see how that would even play a role. Now, as far as the murder in Chicago, yeah, if those dudes are fully cooperating and blaming Durk, okay, that's one thing. But are the feds actually able to prove it beyond just their words? Because clearly they're going to try to save themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they can prove that.
Able to prove he did any of this shit? Again, they're just putting themselves in another position. Same shit with the Quando Rondo thing. Okay, everything leads back to Durk, but can we prove it actually happened? To be honest with you, I'm not sure what to think. Apparently, if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen on June 3rd. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, or y'all rocking with me. And my bad that this video is kind of short. I'm kind of sick, but I'm still pushing through because I made it a goal. I'm gonna drop a video every day for this month, and we're almost there. Till next time.
Nah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Y'all think Durk cooked or not? Like, my personal opinion, I don't know, man. We just got to wait and see, because I ain't gonna lie, I already know how, it gets treacherous, so I already know. We just got to wait and see, though, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.